All right, so let's see. Okay, the Vato Supreme, 2.5 inch, basically with 2 5/8 or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's about 2.5 inch coil by 60 millimeter. This is the Cylon version 2. This is the 12 with the 8-inch spider, and then we have with the 10-inch spider version. So Gonzo cone. I forget which cone this one is. They're all China. And then we did the 180 cap on this one, the 150 cap on this one, and then we got D's farts on the Gonzo Junior. So they're pretty much same. It just depends on how big the coil is. Now, with a smaller coil like this, it's going to have more punch, more BL. It's going to be a little bit lighter, but again, I don't really like to get into that because for other reasons. But it's going to be punchier. It's going to saturate sooner, meaning it's going to it only takes like 1,000 watts, while this takes like, say, 2,000 watts or whatever. I think this is probably like 1,500, and this is 2,000. It's just that this takes more abuse. That's all. And one of the reasons why I can take more abuse is because it's a 3-inch coil. It has a larger surface area. It's also an 8-layer coil, so it's got more mass. It's got more thermal mass, so it has more runtime before you burn it up. Jesus Christ. Shit's been falling apart today. And then this one I actually prefer because the top is removable, but also because the coil now has somewhere to go. This one will max out at 2.5. This one will max out about 3, maybe 3.5. So, and that's the same thing with this one, as you guys saw the other day with Marcos Bender Rodriguez. This one is for D's nuts, D's farts, and this one had a little bit of a glue drip. So that one's going to be mine forever. We're just going to keep it as a jig until we can get the next ones. We are pushing out, and thank you for everybody. Again, Josh Perm is the guy to talk to for the Neo 3HPs, which we will be ordering after we get in. Probably we'll order them probably right around November. And then again, he will be the exclusive distributor. So prices will be, you know, if you got to suck his dick, suck his dick. Be nice to him. I'm not going to sell any. He's going to sell all of them. So unless I want to build some out. If I want to build some out, I'll build them out. But for the most part, Josh has been very, very supportive and very helpful and very kind, him and his wife. And this is an easy way to thank him, and also for him to fulfill his Neo dreams of having, I think it's eight of them, 8 of the 12s, the Neo 3HP 12s. So, but let's see. I did the video on this one today. This one's going out. This one's going to get, I think, a Smart 3K. This is a Vato Supreme as well. And let's see what else we got. We got this triple stack available. I went ahead and repaired this one. This one is the dual 1, and then he upgraded to the Cylon Mark II, version 2, whatever. So that's the one he's getting. So that makes this one available. There's actually one more, but I don't have any more coils, so I'd have to do a different coil. This one is D1, and of course I'll do videos on all these if you guys see something you like. This one is also available. We got some 10s. I'm doing 2 12s on the T2 motors and also 2 18s on the T2 motors. We're going to get those done this week, and so we can get them out of here. Right now, we're not taking any more orders. We're just trying to... I did buy some recoil stuff for easy flips, and also sometimes it's like the missing ingredient, right? You don't want to eat a sandwich without mayo, right? So it's kind of like the mayonnaise that helps lube things up. So I picked up some 2500s, some subwoofers, things like that, just to kind of lube you guys up. The other thing I'm going to be doing is posting the MAPs, which is the minimum advertised price for recoil stuff. So that is just the MAP, that recoil list. It may change in the future, I don't know, but I'm going to be listing that on the blog, BLOG. It's I think it's Blogspot, Robot Underground, some shit like that. I'll put a link to it in the description, and then you can start watching there as I start to bring product online for resale, for sale on there as well, because I'm going to be using the blog as a store, which is unique, right? But again, most of this is about information, and it's about training you to know what to look for and to help you recognize a deal. Because a lot of you guys are like, oh, this brand, blah, 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 shiny, blah, 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 whatever, new. I love, you know, the veins in JP's arms or whatever, his penis. Don't be tempted by that stuff. Make better decisions. But anyways, these are ready and these are available. Somebody had wanted these for, I think, $600 for the pair, $300 each. These are D4s. And then as a backup, I made this pair. This one is available. We just got to put the cap on that one tomorrow. This one's done. These are available $250 each. The green one is available for $250 as well. You guys saw that video yesterday. This one, this 18 is on the Vato Supreme. This one we're doing for let's do it 350. 350 shipped on that one. And then 250 for this copper 10. And of course the Uwu 12 is finished. Super gay, only $250 shipped. And then the 15 Vato Supremes is only $300 shipped. So 250, 3, and then we do the 18 for only 350 shipped. So if that makes any sense. This GONZO 3K12 is 1 ohm single voice coil. This one is available. I think we're doing these for 400 shipped. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, 450. 450 shipped, 400 local. Detachable top assembly. I finished this one. I'm going to do a video on this one itself. This is not the specs. It's a recycled motor. I think this is the yeah, this is the DD Redline that I made more GONZO. I put bigger slugs on it. And then we used the new lower to base cone. I wanted to try these out. And then we just finished it off with this. I got to wipe it down with the turtle jizz. It's got the Orion NT. I kind of call this like a gray leopard skin, but it's a hammered look. And then we'll put the gasket on that. This is a DD, I think 3500. It's a triple stack. Yeah, DD. This one I think is dual 2, and then I have that other one that's a dual that has the Armageddon. This is the new what is it? NEP motor. This is the big motor, and then we're doing the little motor. We're doing 310s. This one is D2, and then I have this pair are going to be single 4. So, and I hope somebody connects those up to like probably like a Recoil DI 1200.1. So it's 2 ohm, and then these are nice and copper. This is from Concept. So all we had to do is extend the formers a little bit, and then they'll work on this, and we put the spacing on them for a nice good ventilation. And this motor from NEP is equal to about like a Punch HX2. And then the larger version, which I have 2 more, I'm going to do a 10 with a heavy copper coil so that it plays low, and then I'm also going to do I think a 15 with maybe an aluminum coil, because the MMS on the 15 is heavy enough. So these are also still available. These are D2. This is a 10-inch on a 12W7 motor, and I still have that Cove motor right here. It's basically the Cove version of the Concept CSP. So that one's available for a 12 or 10, or no, I don't want to do a 10. 12, 15, 18. Pretty typical on that. And there's two of these available. We're going to go ahead and do these 450 each shipped, or 800 shipped on the pair if you want. So dual 2 means you can wire them series parallel for a 2 ohm load. So they're perfect for a JL audio amplifier. This is a 13W7 motor with a 12-inch top assembly, dual 1. I got to do TSPs on this tomorrow. That's for Bobby. And I still have the Trio 12. This is a D2. I'm going to do TSPs on this one. And let's see. I have one that it didn't make it. Yeah, see, John Henry at Trio talked about that he had XY fly cut these instead of doing some other vents, and this is the only thing that was effective. And then oh yeah, we got this new cone, or new frame. I wanted to put something special on that. I think this is used by American Base. So they said it was open tool, but I told them to put the holes in the windows so this one could also be removable, which I like. So, and then this is, I'm gonna take that fucking screen out. I don't know why they do that. And then John Henry believes in lots of steel to help keep the motor cool, to help for thermal, and but it looks very nice. Again, this one is equivalent to like a Rockford Fosgate Punch HX2. He only rates it at 750 watts, and it uses actually a really sturdy polycone, which is smart. It's nice and thick. I like it. Let's see, what else? Oh, we had to start fresh on the big Uwu 7 stack. We put it in the magnetizer, and Ash did not put on, I don't think she put I think she forgot. She either didn't put enough or it was old or something like that, but it did not hold. And then as I look closer, the bottom thing busted as well. So both joints busted, and so I pulled the whole thing off. It's here if anybody wants to buy it. I'll sell it to you for 100 shipped. That's a 7 stack. Otherwise, it's not. I'm not going to put it on a project anytime soon. I also got these 4 HPs, 15-inch. We got to clean up. One is for Michael Lecomte, and then the other one is for me, and of course I can sell it if I want. And let's see what else. I think that's the Mach 5 motor. There's some other stuff that I wanted to show you, but shop update. So we still got to process all these top plates, grind them, paint them. There's a CSP motor from Davin French. I'm doing his 18 right now. And let's see what else. Scar ZVX. I think that's T.C.O.Z. Of course, that's Earthquake. And then I think this is a Cadence, but it smells, looks, tastes like T.C.O.Z. So, and then we have the RE one. I'm not doing anything with that right now. So a lot of these, I'm getting a bunch of these from Josh Madano. We're doing some trades. A lot of this stuff is just going to go in the container. I went down and paid for the container today. I have all this steel left over that we might do some ceramic. I want to save the big ones for doing Neo for a couple of people. A lot of this stuff is just going to go get packed up. Some of the stuff I don't know how we're going to get in there because I need to get rent like a forklift for some of this stuff. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I can use a forklift to get the forklifts in there. Nobody's buying them, so I'm just going to take them with me, which is great. I would love to have 2 forklifts. It's like having 2 good lesbians around, you know, scissoring, stuff like that. Oh, I'm finishing up the Orion HCCA. I've been having trouble with the adapter that they use. It only allows for 9.2 inch spiders with a 4 inch coil, which is kind of, it's not the best. It's what Rockford Fosgate did, but so it's just that thing is so destructive. I have to take my time and really kind of, you know, use braces and stuff like that. This is a PSI platform 3, I think. This is a Wolfram 15. I think I'll be blowing these out, and then yeah, I think we're just putting the cone on. Oh, there it is. We're putting the cone on this one. I prepped one of the cones. I think we're waiting on soft parts. I forget the guy's name that sent us to us. He's a cop. But this one is, all I got to do is take down 1 inch on the coil, and it'll be perfect. Oh, and I have to find the 4 inch adapter. So, and then we put the cone on and it's done. Ash was supposed to do it, but yeah, I already prepped the cone on this one. So, and this is not the Audio Pulse one, this is the T.C.O.Z. one. So you can see even from those scratches, there's a little mark through. They actually need to make those cones thicker. So, but that's part of the deal with those things, because if you don't mark them up, they the epoxy doesn't always hold. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. I do have one, this is a single 1 ohm GONZO Junior 18 that is available. And if you put the hashtag #HandiesNotHate on your social media, I'll give it to you for $5.55 shipped to anywhere in the lower 48. Oh, there's the Cove Armageddon. This one is dual half. Can you see that? So I think we're doing that one for only $250 shipped. $350 shipped on this GONZO. This is the SPL one, so the FS is only about 34 hertz. And then we're back to start. So, oh, I still have that 15 too, that stocky one with the Sunshine Underground triple stack. Yeah, busy. So let me go show you guys real quick. I got rid of the water tank yesterday. That's what took up all my time, and then I couldn't make it out to the guy where he's out in Avondale that has the containers. So it's got a little ding dong, but I got it for like $2 grand, so which is really cheap. Let's see, the water tank is gone. Oh, I have Zach's box. I'll probably sell this for like $300, real cheap, just to get rid of it. It's way too big, but I gotta do some math on it to figure out how big it is, and then I'll build a sub that's just for that box. So basically you just build it with a stiff suspension. So that, well, your VAS ends up being very tiny, but you need a big box to compensate for it. It's kind of dumb. That's why I don't like to build them like that. You want your VAS small, you want your box small. This horrendous thing is going away. Yep, so we're gonna park it right here. I'm probably gonna bring it all the way up to here, right here, because I don't want to run over the power line. So we'll bring it up right here. I gotta put the rest of the wood up to keep the dogs over, and then we'll move the screens over, and then they'll just use this driveway to put the container right here, and then that way we can load up all this stuff real quick, real easy. I'm not even gonna box this stuff. We're just gonna pile it right on top of each other. At least I say that right now, but we'll probably box it just because, and then probably wall it off, because again, it's my trailer. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. And so if anybody wants all these kicker ones, let me know. Kicker, JLs, Serum Vega Stroker, Audiobahn, all these Rockford ones. Cheap. All that stuff. All that shelving's going with me. Oh yeah, and the guy yesterday, Mark, he had some trouble getting the what do you call it? The water tank on the back of his trailer, and he got a little fussy with me because he was being a dick and he was being a spoiled brat, and I was like, and I gave him a battery to use and I gave him a jack to use, and it was like he was still being a brat, and he's older than me, so it was really kind of awkward. He's like, I was gonna buy those gates. I was like, what makes you think those were for sale? Like, dude, the next place is gonna be the fucking Fortress of Solitude. It's gonna be so rad, so secure. We have so much room. Let's see what else. Oh, there was I think 2 facilities that we couldn't decide on that we had narrowed down to, and I'm actually gonna take them both. So I'm gonna take one for now, and then we'll get the second one next year. And then we'll turn the second one into a distribution hub for Recoil and just the Midwest in general for Recoil and maybe some other brands. So I like to do wholesale, and then each one of those is going to have like a retail spot too. So water bill was $450 this month, but I think it was not from this. I think it's actually from septic. So we got to open up the septic. The landlord let us stink up the house for 6 months. He didn't want to do anything about the septic. Like, he came out, had it pumped. Had to come back the next week. Hold it on here. It's noisy down there. Had to come back out the next month and pump it. And at the time, the septic was put in like 62, 68. So it's pretty old. It's time to change it. So he just said, fuck it. But the other thing is that all my stuff was in the way, and he's like, get this junk out of the way. I'm like, this junk pays your fucking rent, dipshit. And he's like, just rude. Again, I think he's gay. I think my landlord's gay, but he's in the closet. Which, again, that's his business. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it causes behavioral issues when you can't really be yourself. And that's why it's important to express yourself and be yourself. Feel more comfortable. Or, you know, good. You got to be good with the Lord, right? Well, there was some storming yesterday. We got some rain about 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Oh, it's so nice this morning. We finally had a break from the heat. I was able to take the dogs out this morning. Grass is so green. There's only 2 crackheads out there. And it looks like they cleaned up their trash, which was nice. I won't miss that. Both these new places are both in small towns. So typically your vagrant types are far and few between, just because there's less people. So it's the same principle as like when I start to drive to LA. The closer you get to LA, the heavier the traffic. And it's because there's more people. And the more people there are, the more stupid people there are. There are more people on drugs. So all of a sudden, you'll see it. It's these like anonymous paint vans, you know, like, kidnap child killer vans. All of a sudden there's more and more and more of them as you get closer to the city, and the other ones doing the marijuanas, causing wrecks and all kinds of shit. As I slip, make sure there's no cat in there. Nope. Okay, that's good. Boy, that would have been fun to censor. I think that was it. Oh, this I'm selling for $140. You get all the propane tanks. I'm not doing this anymore. So the new facility, actually both facilities have room to do really good smelting. So I'm going to start all fresh, new equipment and do it right. This is a fire barrel that I did for oil burn. You guys can look up oil. Oh, this is the crucible. That's a graphite crucible, by the way. We did the special concrete that's like fireproof. So the idea is like to put like a Subaru engine block in there, and then you blast it with the torch. Feed oil in it, and it acts like a blowtorch. And then this is tilted so that it melts out the bottom, and then you collect it in a pan. You can put it in water so that way it's like pebbles, and then it's easier to add later when you're melting it down in a crucible. So the Hilti steel is going with me. I'd love to take this thing with me because it'll fit right in, but it's only $500 if anybody wants it. It's 220 volts. The flywheel spins, and then you engage with a foot pedal. Kaboom! And so what they used it for was riveting the top plate to a stamped steel frame. And then you have the bottom plate, the magnet, and then you just glue that part on top, and then presto, it's a little subwoofer. And that's how they do a lot of stamped steel subwoofers, you know, low power, like these guys. Kicker. Here's one. See if it has the rivets. No, that one uses actual hardware. But they just rivet those things together. Rockford Fosgate did it for a long time. It's not bad. It's better than what the MTX did with acoustic. They just glued that. They just epoxied the frame straight to the top plate. They didn't even use any hardware. They're like, fuck it. It's like, holy shit. If anything, we still want to sell some stuff that is like easy to sell, like the frames, stuff that that is popular. We're going to put at the end, the very opening of the container, and then stuff that we don't use. This is, I think, Damien was testing this one. This one I think is a D2 15T1, old school one. Make me an offer on that one. That 18 works. We just got to put a new cap on it, clean it up a little bit. I think that 15 also works. We got to just fix that one up. Again, I'm just trying to get rid of this easy stuff. I don't really want to sell parts. I want to sell like high value items for quick cash. Not that we don't have enough money, we do. It's just that every little bit helps. And then I know when we start having the labor over, again, that's $20 an hour cash daily to load all that stuff up. And we might even do night shifts to kind of save people, because it's put some lights out here and shit. This is just fucking hot today, man. In fact, this is my like, third or fourth shirt. So, but I got to get some orders done. I got to pack up those things. What's the name? Doc? This is Doc's 12. I'm like, is it Doc or is it Doc, Duke, whatever. This is Doc's 12. I think he's actually using it for home theater, which I thought was funny. I was like, Jesus Christ, but he's got quite a collection. He's down there in Georgia. So this, again, I think I'm selling this one as the, I was listening to the Beastie Boys and I was like, we'll call this the Beastly Boy. Beastly Boy 12, and then I already sold the 15. I think we have a few more of those that we can finish for you guys. Basically, they're already finished. I think we add a little bit of mass, so they play in the low 30s. If you want a more SPL, we won't put the mass on there, and you'll get a louder score if that's what you're going for. And then we just finished with whatever dust cap you want. It's going to be convex. We don't have concave available for that. Typically, concave is not available for when the voice coil is 3 inches or larger, just because it hits. And the caps that we got this round, which were just off the shelf, they're too deep. They're not shallow enough. So I think that was it. Oh, we got these DDs in from James the Speedhead. Little 2-inch copper voice coil, 1512A. This one has a red logo. This one has a white logo. Badged. Otherwise, though, these are just kind of generic. Stamped frame. Oh, it is a DD frame. They got their logo in it. That's cute. It's got a little cooling thing. See, this is the way you're supposed to do it, Jacob. You're supposed to bolt that fucker to the top. I don't know why he doesn't. Cool winding. This is like 45 millimeter wind height. 2-inch coil. Good for maybe 500 watts. That's, yeah. Let's say a healthy 400, healthy 450. For them, they would probably rate it at 350. So, and there's nothing wrong with these. I mean, I don't like this Freddy Krueger face cones, which is a non-pressed cone. I prefer a single press. And then there's another one that's a double press that Rockford used to do, but I don't like the double press ones because they become brittle. Like if you go to cut the windows to let the leads through, you click snap one and the whole thing like breaks in that whole area, so it kind of sucks. So single press is the best for me. That's what we use on the other ones. This is non-pressed, just not as exaggerated as this one. So again, I think DD still gets these made down in Nogales by New Way. This looks like a New Way Spider. I'd love to hear what they have to say. I don't think they're going to talk about their vendors. Those are secrets. I'm not supposed to know those secrets, guys. So dumb. When we get to the no location, we'll be closer to Kentucky, which is where the parts were made for these. So we will be getting a duplicate cone, possibly a wraparound gasket. We got to find where the tooling is for that. And then also for the original Orion, made by T.C.O.Z. So we're going to get these cones in 10, 12, 15, and then we already have the gaskets. So, and then the way they did the spider kind of sucks, but we'll do something better. I got to advertise these boxes. Yeah, we got to get these boxes out of here. And then Tommy got out of rehab. So he's going to come over and fix the truck, and then I can finally give him his surfboard amplifier and then the other 21. So I think that was it. Got to get rid of all these guys. We may just end up giving them to Wayne, the landlord. So here you go. Here's your donation. And I'm a little worried about some of these tables. Like this one's really heavy, so I'm not sure how we're going to do this. Again, if I can rent a forklift, that would make things a lot easier. I am not forklift certified, but I still get the job done, ladies, if you know what I mean. Forklift certified. I think that was it. That's what I wanted to show you guys. Other than that, I just want to finish up the orders that we got and then go from there. If I still have like another 2 weeks available at the end of September, then sure, but I doubt we will. Just because we got so much going on. Sherry is having a meltdown She's like, I don't see there's not enough time. I was like, babe, there's enough time. We got like all this month, and then we got a whole other month. She's like, you can't be in two places at once. I said, I know, that's why I'm going to pay other people to do stuff, you know. We don't have to take the power washer all the way to wherever. There's people there that already own them, and you give them money and they do the work for you. That's how that works. So some dude offered me, this is a Forma space table. I think they're like, the regular wood top is like $950, and then this has got the slate top, which is super heavy, and it's typically only used in like labs because the slate is like chemical resistant, but the table is super strong. And he's like, can I buy this? And I was like, yeah, I'll sell it to you for like $400. And because just the slate is like $1,000. And I said, what would you use that table for? He's like, aquariums. I'm like, oh, that is a good use. So if anybody wants to pick this up local, $400 and it's yours. I think that was it. I am taking all this steel. There's prices on scrap suck right now. So, and again, I'll have more space than I know what to do with. And we need a place to put all this. In fact, we're not even going to put it in the warehouse for a while. It's going to stay out in the container for a little bit. And then we're going to dip in there. Do little special runs, things like that. But if you guys want parts, this is the time to do the parts. We're just not going to be doing any build orders. I will sell you these parts. I just don't like to, like, again, it's weird. It's like people want all the parts for like a woofer. Like, okay, I want 10 frames and 10 motors and like, just go to Lord of Base if you want that. This is like a little different. Again, I actually don't recommend this right now for people. But if you want to come in and buy pallets, right, and you show up with a U-Haul truck, that's different. I don't have to do that. I don't have to process that. That's fine. And then we are going to be boxing up all this stuff. I'll finally be able to get a lot of it marked and membered, as they say in Thunderdome. Everything marked, everything membered. And then all the dead ones too, or at least a lot of them. The P3s anyway. Some of the P2s we might surrender. And then we got to take that shelving. So good stuff though, guys. Oh, cord is going to be rad. So I got to finish that paperwork up tonight, final draft, and then send it to my mentor for approval. And that's going to be really interesting. He got some wording in there that is like so it just brings tears to my heart. It's so wonderful and sweet. It calls them to the carpet. So the authorities aren't who you think they are. And until they prove otherwise, they can fuck off. So, but I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.